And we are live. Stream health looks good. Just let me change the name of the title and we can get right into this video. We'll also give the viewers some time to
file into
the chat. Sorry, I'm multitasking right now.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do. I love how our picture though is on the thumbnail when we're starting out.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. So I need to reload
Edit
it.
Video. We have a watcher. It's us.
Yeah.
Live with Trevor.
There we go. I got it up.
Talking. Jeff. Bezos. Like that now.
Nope, you close.
Bezos.
Perfect. We're good to go.
Cool. All right. Welcome to another episode of the Kids Table. It's been a little bit since I got an episode with one of my co-hosts. Max isn't here, but we do it. Peter. How you doing, Peter?
I'm doing well.
And we have our special guest, Trevor. How you doing, Trevor?
I'm pretty swell myself.
Pretty swell yourself. Okay. While we're waiting for the people to kind of filter in before we get to our main topic, we have quite the heater of an intro topic for you guys. Breaking news. Jeff Bezos! The richest man in the world is getting divorced and his wife is going to get a lot of money. Been waiting a long time to do that. So, I mean, off the cuff, when we're looking at this screenshot, right? I think we were all talking about how if this isn't Big J journalism, I don't know what is.
No, this is like the gold standard for investigative journalism.
Yeah.
Here, you can just tell. This is.
Yeah,
You can see the guilt in his face.
Yeah. Look at the text; it's in yellow and white.
Yeah,
like what font is that? That's like the Supreme font almost. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I hate tabloids. Like this whole sort of this is like clickbait in real life. It's the worst.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know,
Sells for a reason. Though.
Yeah.
It's entertaining at the very least.
You know, there's a part of me that thinks that Jeff just doesn't care. I think when you have that much money, like, he doesn't care if people think about him.
Yeah, I agree in a lot of ways, but he definitely still like he's such a huge figure. Like,
yeah,
you know, when he can't go outside without getting recognized, kind of thing. And so I agree that there is a lot of, you know, he really doesn't care what people think of him, but it is still like this is a very personal thing for people to go through, and it's kind of getting hashed out in
being on the cover of National Enquirer is
exactly
personal.
Yeah.
That is pretty personal.
I'm saying that divorce is a very personal thing, and it's kind of getting hashed out in front of the entire world, which is something I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. I feel like most CEOs, they kind of get to do it in private because most people don't care. But I guess when it's Jeff Bezos, he's like basically so rich and so powerful that he's kind of a celebrity because he's so powerful.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, he can't leave the house without getting recognized. I mean, there's a difference in between being a CEO and being the richest person in the entire world.
No, I mean, Bill Gates and all that, they're basically have their own celebrity status because of, you know, the success that they've had.
Yeah. Is Jeff Bezos is richer, right? I don't know when I can see.
He is. I mean, it kind of fluctuates depending on how the stocks are doing, because at least Jeff Bezos still have. I think it's maybe like 70% of his net worth is tied up in Amazon stock at the moment.
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, if Amazon, when he became the richest in the world, it wasn't because he, you know, it was because Amazon had a big jump in how much their stock was worth. So.
Oh yeah. Have we showed you that we found his celebrity lookalike?
His celebrity lookalike? No, I have not.
Are you ready for this?
I've not heard about this. Yeah.
King K. Rool.
King K. Rool, you think is his celebrity lookalike?
Yeah, dude.
Donkey Kong series.
Here's the thing. I'm a big Donkey Kong fan. Like I'm pretty deep into Donkey Kong lore. So I gotta say, I've never thought about it, but I think it does work, and that is probably the best picture of King K. Rool there is. So.
Yeah, that's true. Like
it's Mr. B in the flesh.
This is I'm buying Whole Foods. Like this is, I have everything I want, and I still need to take over other smaller corporations.
Yeah, you know, you can own all you want on the internet, but he also wants the brick and mortar.
He needs those brick and mortars. Someone was making a joke about how like Jeff Bezos is just like such a power hungry fanatic that like he blew up every single retail space ever, and brick and mortar stores are just doing terrible now compared to like before Amazon was around, and now he's making brick and mortar stores.
No, that's what I've said.
Like, that's insane.
He's put an Amazon bookstore into U Village right next to the Barnes and Noble he took out of business, which is just disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. If that's not a King K. Rool move,
for sure.
That's for sure a King K. Rool move.
Yeah. Have you been to that bookstore though?
I have. It's real nice. It is great.
Nice.
They do an amazing job keeping.
What you want.
They have a really good selection of books there, and then also you can pay for it on your Amazon app. You don't even need cash. Like
they actually don't take cash.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have registers.
You have to buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
And you pay the Amazon price. And they keep zero stock. They have like 4 or 5 of each book, and then they just bring more in as they need them from the warehouses. So it has super high turnover, pretty low cost. It is an amazing store. They've done it extremely well.
Fuck that.
But
of course they have.
At the same time, I mean, I don't know.
Rip Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
I'm actually. Do you guys remember Borders?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying throw it back to Borders. But I think they closed down before Amazon came to the picture. I think they just sucked anyways.
No. But back on the great topic of Grandma Jeff.
Here, let me go back to the to the web page. I actually don't know where I put it.
Himself.
Yeah, so I mean, Trevor, you work for Amazon, so how did this affect your life?
You know, it's tough seeing my close friend Jeff like this. You know, me and him, we always like to go and whip the factory workers.
Yeah.
So he might be a bit busy nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean,
that'll be tough. Yeah. But you know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get into it more, but you do art at Amazon. You think you could any chance you could maybe get commissioned to do like a little art piece of him and his new little side piece?
Let's hope.
I mean, I think you could just make it to him, send it over. I think he'd appreciate it.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
How much money is this woman about to get? Who knows the numbers? One of you guys knows the numbers. I know one.
Looked at plenty of articles.
Okay.
And
Big J journalism.
Oh yeah.
We do Big J journalism here on the kids table.
Because nobody really knows, and everybody loves to speculate. Everybody basically, I know. Everybody basically is just saying about 50%, which is $70 billion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see.
My heart. One of the richest people in the world and the richest woman in the world by far, by a lot. Big margin.
Who's the next richest woman?
I don't know honestly, but I know she doesn't have at least even at bare minimum 20 billion. You know, I feel like.
So I mean, we'll see. I think the big thing was that there is kind of no prenup in place, and which kind of makes sense because they've been married for way longer than he's been rich.
Look,
so
if Jeff has that vision, Jeff needs that prenup.
So I mean, she's for sure entitled to 50%, and I'm also sure that they have worked out all the details behind the scenes before the public ever heard about this. So,
so you think she's worth the money? You think she should get all $70 billion?
I think she's 100% entitled to it legally. I don't think she's done the work for all of it, but I think if she wants 50%, she definitely has a strong case for it.
Yeah.
Trevor?
I mean, I've had an argument about this the other day where, I mean, 50%, you know, I think the whole 50% thing is kind of dumb. I don't think it should be just a flat number for everybody, every circumstance.
Yeah.
But I mean, $70 billion, it's enough to put you in the top 5 richest people in the world right there. You know
is that really? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It would be, most likely.
Bill Gates, I think he's
around
over, like
he's over that.
Or something
he's
like
over,
that.
yeah.
He's like 80 or 90 billion, you know? And yeah, so I mean, it's quite a hit, but, you know, he's kind of a scumbag, so he kind of deserves it at the same time, you know what I mean? Gets taken down a peg, even if and you know, in the end, it's really not that big of a deal for him.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the biggest. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not feeling bad for someone who only has $70 billion. I think the bigger issue for him is, at the moment, he owns the controlling share in Amazon. I think he has about 17% of their stock.
Yeah.
And if he loses half of that, he doesn't have the controlling share,
a big problem.
which is a much bigger issue for him. But she's never really been that involved in Amazon. And it seems, so far, you know, they've put out a pretty amicable statement. They've been pretty quiet to the media. And I don't think either of them are really trying to make a big mess out of this.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, there is some talk about there's a chance that, you know, she could get half the shares, which is worth about $70 billion, but he controls the voting rights for them. So there is some variety of things that could happen, but I don't think there doesn't seem to be any sort of malicious intent from either side to kind of screw the other one over. And so as long as Jeff Bezos has enough money to, I think right now he invests about $1 billion annually in, like, you know, his space projects and that sort of thing. So if he can keep that funding line secure and then also keep his controlling share at Amazon, I think honestly the difference between giving her 50 billion, giving her 70 billion, if he can keep, it's really more the power that he needs to keep control over, and I don't think she has not seemed like the power hungry type. So I think he's gonna do just fine, and she's gonna be doing quite well.
Really quick, if you're in the chat right now, I see we have a couple of viewers. Drop and comment if you think she is worth $70 billion.
Yeah, we want to know. We want you to value this woman. How much you think she's worth?
Yeah, honest.
Put a price tag on.
It can't be more than $70 billion.
Oh, it can be.
You think she? But isn't she? She's not entitled to any more than 50, right?
No, but I'm gonna let the viewers. You know.
Okay.
Who knows?
That's a good point. So if you're in the chat right now, comment.
I'm not giving a limit on what they can do.
The net worth and the value of this woman. She has been side by side with the creator of Amazon.
Because we all know so much about this woman.
Yeah,
we all knew her name before Wednesday.
Big J journalism.
Exactly.
We cite our sources here in the kids' table, like the National Enquirer. We're citing that. Yeah, so Trevor, were you going to say that?
I just wanted to move on to the grand topic of there has been texts that have been leaked to the media.
Yes, you mentioned this, and I have not heard them yet. So, you know, if you have them up and can,
yes. Which, by the way, Mistress is the wife of another large CEO, very powerful man. You know,
a friend of Bezos, I believe.
Yeah,
so.
a friend who's
shocked. She is balling.
You know, his wife would cheat on him.
Yeah. So, do you have the text? Some of these,
I have a few
scandalous messages.
I have a few.
All right. So,
and as Trevor is reading these texts, I see we have a couple more viewers that have just joined. Please drop. I don't know her name. What is her name? Ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. If you think the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos deserves the $70 billion, and she might deserve more, how much do you think she's worth? Drop that in the chat. Trevor, let's get to these leaked texts.
Yeah. So this one, I would say, is definitely not the worst of the three that I have saved here. But
okay.
It's, you know what I want? I want to get a little drunk with you tonight.
Is this Jeff talking to the girl?
This is Jeff.
All right, cool.
Jeffy B himself.
He's a dirty boy.
Oh, very dirty. He had multiple nude selfies, but those weren't released.
All right, those are what I'm waiting for. That's the real journalism. Yeah.
All right. You know. So, you know what? I want to get a little drunk with you tonight. Not falling down, just a little drunk. I want to talk to you and plan with you, listen and laugh.
Nice.
So that's a
all right. I like that.
So do you want to analyze these texts separately?
Yeah. All right. Let's get into this one real quick.
So from that one, I'm getting, you know, we're billionaires.
Yeah. No, he's keeping it classy. You know, they're not falling over. He's keeping it within the realm of consent. You know, I think he's doing a good job.
As in Seattle, he kept it PC. He wants to listen.
Yeah. Listen and laugh.
Listen and laugh.
Yeah. No, I like that. Listen. Yeah.
I have experiences with
this. This is a classy affair.
This isn't like, come on.
It's very, it's definitely classier than most, I would say.
There's no hotel rooms. There's no motel rooms. There's
private
$68 million private jets flying you somewhere to your private island.
Yeah.
But he listens and he laughs with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in no way condoning cheating, but it seems like he's doing it right so far.
So far, so good. I'm gonna give this text 5 shining stars.
All right, so is 10 like a pure and wholesome text, and
There's
one
no-
like
I thought it was out of 5.
There's no scale.
it's okay. It's just
And
we're
it-
giving
and
it
it's
a
not,
5.
and it's not stars either. It's whatever you need it to be. Like,
All right,
I give
cool.
that one 5
5.
shiny stars.
All right,
feel
cool.
that.
That one's a 5.
But it could also be like 20 coffee cups.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, let's
I
see
feel
where we're
that.
going with this.
Yeah. All right. The next one, it's getting a little bit dirtier.
Okay.
All right.
It's I love you, alive, girl. I want to show you with my body, and my lips, and my eyes, very soon.
Well, so did he say "I love you" alive?
Yeah, I love you alive. Which I don't know.
That's
Do you think it was a typo?
what that.
it.
means
Might have been a lot. You know,
Do you
it's,
think he got autocorrected him? Do you think he got autocorrected on that?
because that's a
But-
bit of a disturbing one there. Like, you shouldn't have to clarify that. Like, that seems like the kind of thing that's just implied when you say you love
You
someone.
know what I think he's really trying to say is that if she was dead, he wouldn't love her. I think he's
Okay.
trying to.
Uh huh.
Do you think there was a suicide pact?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. All right. Could you read the second part again?
Oh yeah.
I was a little hung up on that alive part. I do have to
That
say.
is definitely
Yeah.
a standout in that
So,
text.
We'll assume it's probably a lot. I love you a lot, girl. I will show you with my body, my lips, and my eyes very soon.
All right. This
So,
one's getting this one's getting a little racier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting hot and steamy, and
Yeah.
the Bezos plane. It's
Mhm.
No. Do you
Yeah.
think if there's like a staircase, this would be like a couple steps above the first text?
Oh, for sure. This one's definitely getting. In the first one, he's talking about just drinking,
And laughing.
hanging out, laughing, and
Listening.
listening.
Listening, that's a good one.
That's like. Split a bottle of wine, light some candles. That's a pretty PG night.
That is a
Just
pretty
a bit
PG.
of drinking, not
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
This one though, he's starting to talk about the bodies.
Yeah. What would you guys rank this one?
I'm going a 6.9 right here on this one.
Okay. Just put in what?
It's
Out of if the other's 5, this one's more.
But like,
Yeah.
this it's a total arbitrary scale. So you
Yeah,
can
I
just
know.
give
So
it-
just more
I would
just
give
a 6.9.
I would give this one
Yeah.
probably 6.9 ornaments.
ornaments. Okay,
Ornaments, yeah.
interesting.
They're like green, like the green bulb ornaments.
I feel
Okay.
that.
I
that.
feel.
And move on to the last one here, which
Yeah.
I personally like. I think I'll probably try and use this at some point.
All right.
Oh wow.
I want to smell you. I want to.
Oh, all right.
No,
He's turning it. All right. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
God.
I want to breathe you in.
Ooh.
I want to
Breathe
hold
you in?
tight. I want to kiss your lips. I love you. I'm in love with you. So,
Wow.
and I noticed that this was kind of a common trend, and some of the other ones weren't as racy or however you want to say.
Yeah.
But he does have a common theme about smelling her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which maybe is nice perfume.
I was gonna say maybe she
just
smells really
just
good.
likes her feral scent. Who knows? But yeah, I think he's really putting the moves on her now.
Well, clearly.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
obvious.
Yeah, I think that one at least deserves like a 10 out of something.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
a 10. That's
I
a
mean,
quality message.
That's a
right
good
there.
text.
That's quality. That's something that anybody. I mean, write it down, folks. You can rewind after the stream is done. You can write that down and send that to anybody.
Yeah,
who's
seriously, like
wanting to smell.
I come from a divorced home. I wonder if my parents would have even gotten divorced if my dad would have sent that text to my mom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to smell you is just like the no more problems.
That's intimate right
That's
there. Yeah.
really
Yeah.
intimate.
It's really breathing someone in like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty.
Yeah, that's. I feel really bad for Jeff Bezos right now.
Yeah, it's
That's not what's up.
Yeah.
it's definitely pretty rough to get things like that leaked. I think that's a pretty.
So how did the text get leaked? Do we know?
Yeah, so it was from the person he was cheating with. So she released some of the texts, I'm pretty sure. Now, if
Why?
I'm wrong about that. Please don't.
It's okay.
I
No,
didn't say nothing,
don't even bother.
No, we don't
verifying that.
fact check here.
We
Don't
use
worry
Big
about
J
that.
journalism.
That's great to know.
Our sources are clean. We're fine.
Yeah.
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 No, if it sounds good,
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah, so you know what? Jeff Bezos himself released this along with several dick pics.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, so.
Big J journalism.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All
All right, so what we're saying, this is the woman he was sending them to, is at least believed to have leaked these. Then. Is-
Yeah, I believe
okay.
so. I
Okay.
believe so.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure she comes from
Sweet
a.
Jeff.
Her husband did like some sort of reality show in the past, or at least had a part of it, or something like that. So,
he's a billionaire.
High multi-million, maybe billion.
He doesn't have the Jeff Bezos bag though.
Yeah, he does not have the Jeff Bezos bag.
That's
but nobody does.
That's like next level gold digger. Like, I'm sure they love each other. I'm sure they smell each other all the time together.
I don't know though, because she's releasing these messages. If I was Bezos, like, I would be pretty pissed about that.
I mean, maybe she just didn't like getting smelled. Maybe that was kind of
maybe she wanted people to know, like, I'm so good at being a mistress that he likes to smell me.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But maybe this causes problems, and any of you younger ladies out there or older ladies watching.
Yeah, we have a wide variety here.
Has a potential opening in the smelling department.
That's true.
So if you're willing to get smelled, breathed in, laugh a little bit, get a little tipsy with Big Jeff here,
Big Jeff.
Yeah, if you like men who listen.
Do you guys? Okay, so
solid deal.
I don't really know how to explain this because this is kind of what I was thinking about. So you look at Jeff's head in the upper right-hand corner of the screen right now. It's pretty bald, right?
Yep.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
I mean, it has to.
He
seems like a clean-shaven kind of guy.
That's
you think whole body? You think whole body? He goes hairless.
Too,
what do you think? Like fully?
I feel like he has a private person who comes every single week and just waxes
He does a full wax.
Oh, that sounds so painful.
He seems like the type. Maybe laser. He's into
laser.
high tech.
Laser for sure.
Maybe more of a permanent solution sort of thing here.
I was definitely thinking kind of more along the lines of like, this is just what he's committed to at this point.
Yeah.
Like, hair doesn't work with being the richest man in the world.
No,
it really doesn't.
He has too much. He has too many. His time is too valuable for him to spend time washing his hair and stuff.
Yeah.
He needs to be quick and efficient, and being hairless is the best way to do that.
That's a good point.
That's pretty true. I mean, time is money, and I feel like the only thing you can't buy when you're that rich is time. So.
Or hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can buy hair. You can get a transplant for sure. You can get hair.
Yeah.
He doesn't need hair though.
Look at Elon Musk. He's doing pretty good in the hair department.
Look at LeBron. Yeah, LeBron's kind of it's come back.
Yeah, Did LeBron's hairline come back?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Guys, look up some comparisons.
I never cared about the whole LeBron James hairline thing. Like I love LeBron. I think he's the best basketball player ever. And I swear to God, if anyone comes at me with the Michael Jordan thing, I'm gonna freak out. But I never cared about the hairline thing, but I do know that everyone made fun of him for that, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's back now. It's looking good. So, no, money can buy hair.
Yeah,
so.
That's good. All right, well, money can now buy hair. You just can't buy time, I guess.
That's about it, though.
That's about it.
You can pretty much buy anything else you want.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so...
Well, Jeff, good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope this new side mistress is worth $70 billion.
I think he's gonna turn out okay. I'm not too worried for him.
I'm not worried about my guy Jeff. He's just gonna have to take over a couple more corporations.
Yeah, and I think, good luck to the wife of Jeff Bezos, which I don't know her name because.
Big J journalism.
I'm not part of this whole journalism thing. I'm just dipping my toe into it, but honestly, good for her.
Good for her.
I think she she deserve to be worth $70 billion? In my opinion, I don't really care that much. So give her $100 billion. Jeff Bezos still could be what, top 10, top 5 richest people in the world. I don't think he really cares.
It'll work out for both of them, but I don't know. It does suck when you're in the public spotlight and your husband sending messages out like that. He's not smelling her anymore, and that must hurt. Must hurt.
I feel like she kind of knew it was over about a couple years ago, and he stopped smelling.
her.
Yeah.
Do you think Bill Gates just you fucker, I win? It's like oh how the mighty have fallen.
Bill Gates been doing it right.
Yeah, Bill Gates has been doing it right.
Yeah. Day one, Bill Gates. He's top of his game.
He is top of his game. Yeah. He's got hair.
Warren Buffett. They know how to do these things. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They found themselves some strong, powerful women.
Yeah, clearly, man.
That like to be smelled.
Or don't need to be smelled, and maybe they're just not into that. I feel like the smelling thing is kind of what's the downfall. I think that's what's kind of manifested this whole downfall.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. No, that's definitely the most important part of the story.
I don't think it was the cheating at all.
I don't think so either.
It was probably just the fact she doesn't get smoked anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's definitely the longest quick topic we've ever done.
Yeah, super quick.
25 minutes.
So much to go into.
Yeah, there was a lot to go into.
Yeah.
How about, Trevor, we switch into our main topic, which is, I think one thing that I've been noticing a lot about our show is that a common theme that we have, besides the fact that I have my good friends on, Peter, Max, we seem to have a lot of individuals come on that have done life in a different way. And I think that the reason why people love to hear about this and are so receptive to this is because there's a lot of people out there that aren't quite sure what to do. They might be in a path right now or on a path where they are feeling okay about it, but they don't really know. But they feel kind of a pressure to continue to steer the course. People have gone to college right away without really knowing why. And it's really good to have people like you on, because you definitely are living proof that you can get paid off of not going to like an official four-year university.
Yeah,
so
not getting a CS degree.
You did not get a CS degree, and you're still getting money. Yeah. Do you want to get into it?
Yeah, sure. So I like many, like the arts, and I was big into drawing and animation and all that stuff growing up, and I always got the whole everybody, oh, you're so good at art, blah blah blah.
Well, you are
the general thing, and so I kind of knew from like a younger age like what I wanted to do, and so I wanted to do art, obviously. Saying that's what I'm doing now. But I would say a big problem with it is come 16 to 18, everybody, you start tuning into reality and people start telling you it's like, yeah, artists don't make shit.
It's true.
And it's really hard to make it as an artist, especially in traditional 2D kind of work, 3D work, when it comes to like drawing, charcoal, painting, sculptures, anything like that.
The starving artist kind of image.
The classic starving artist, even digital 2D, if anything, even more so digital 2D.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just a really difficult path to go down. And so I realized that because originally I wanted to be a 2D concept artist like millions of other people out there. And it turns out that people in China, they don't have anything to do all day except for do art 12 plus hours a day, and they are insanely good by 16.
Right.
They're like, it looks like they're like 50 and been doing it their whole lives.
Yeah.
Like, they're crazy.
They've just been putting in those hours.
Yeah, and there's so many people out there who put in tons of hours and they're so good at art, but they just don't get anything because the market is so filled up and competitive. And so that's what I was really into. And so I started exploring other avenues of art. I did the whole sculpting thing and I really enjoyed that. And so I was kind of going into what industries are kind of expanding, which that are related to art. So there's like graphic design stuff, which can be bigger, because there's a lot of new companies out there and stuff like that need that graphic design for their apps, websites, whatever it may be. And eventually I've always played video games my whole life. Love video games, movies, animation, that kind of thing. And so it turns out, lucky enough, Seattle is one of the largest when it comes to game studios and sometimes a bit of VFX as well and stuff like that, which VFX is for a lot of the animation stuff for movies and TV and stuff like that. And so I was looking at that, and then I went to the Academy of Interactive Entertainment, which is down by It's in Seattle Center, actually, that big food court. They call it the Armory. It's actually on the top floor of that. And so they
Is that like where the center school is?
Yeah, it's the floor above it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so... but yeah, and so they focus on, you know, game art, animation, and they also have a VFX course, and they have game programming and stuff like that. And so, if you like games, there is a market for it, especially in the Seattle and greater Seattle area. There's also down San Francisco and SoCal and, like, you know, Irvine, LA areas, stuff like that. Big thing for that, especially VFX. And so yeah, I went down that path, and a big thing that I feel like I saw as well is just that a lot of people, they get told that they're good at art and stuff like that, and so it's kind of in the way the same path that some people get told that they're smart, you know, all day every day. You know, it's like they don't try as hard when they're really trying to pursue whatever career path they're going
because
down.
they're just so used to being like naturally gifted.
Yeah, exactly. And so by try to ignore that the most I could, because, you know, you can see what the competition is out there.
Right.
Yeah, well, because you can have a lot of talent, but
it's
so do a lot of other people.
Yeah,
And having talent doesn't make you stick out.
Exactly.
You know, it's something you need, but you need something more than that to, unless you get insanely lucky or have the right connections. You really need to do more than that and like push harder than other people.
Exactly. And so, like, I saw a lot of people even there. It's like they now know that it's like these are career paths that actually have a very profitable market when it comes to being able to do something that you love when if it's art. And because they've been told that they're good at art, you know, they don't try, because the course is basically you're there for like 9 hours 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And so you do all the work there, and then most people did that. You get a bit of freedom, so people kind of tended to goof off a bit and shit. And so I definitely tried to, you know, obviously work on my art, like the days I don't have school, and I focused my hardest and reached out. A really big part of the art industry, whichever path that you take, whether it be 2D, traditional 2D, or traditional 3D, or animation, you know, digital 3D, any of that, it's connections and, you know, not taking advantage, but using,
networking.
Using the resources that people are willing to give you is super important. And so, I mean, doing that, and the course is only 2 years, so that's also a nice bonus.
So wait, I don't think you put that much of an emphasis on that, because what he just said to all of our viewers. Also, I see we have a couple viewers that are new. We talked Jeff Bezos a little earlier. Yeah. If you guys are here for the Emma Doherty video, I don't know if you are, but we've been getting blown up for that. If you're here for the Emma Doherty video, we need, I think, 4 more subs at this point. I need to have the backing of the people before I open myself up and before we open ourselves up to that kind of torment. Because someone's gonna get pissed.
It's coming. Just wait.
So we're at 30 subs. I need at least 134 subs before I open up that can of worms. Tangenting back. Also comment below if you think that Jeff Bezos' wife deserves $70 billion in the live chat. Right. So what Trevor just got to, that I don't think he stated clearly enough, is that he went to school for 2 years post high school.
Mm-hmm.
2 years.
Yeah. So I graduated this past June, mid-June. Well, actually, I didn't officially get everything that I needed to pass, but I ended up getting a job even before out of school, and so they were just kind of like, yeah, sure, we can just send you a degree.
Really?
The whole point of the program is to get you a job, get you into the industry.
Yeah. And it helps their numbers, you know, when they want to show job placements for graduates. You know, they would much rather, you know, show that, you know, a success story rather than, you know, influence their dropout rates or whatever.
Yeah. And so, and so 2 years, that's all it was. it's kind of steps you're even able to work like part-time and stuff like that while doing the school. I know it's like large bricks of time, blocks of time, you know, on the days that you have it, but you know, they try and make it available. But yeah, so a lot of, yeah, you know, 2 years, and I'm getting paid a pretty decent amount, I would say.
So what's your job?
Art.
Who do you work for? What do you do?
And I also want to know kind of what the process was from being in class to getting hired. Kind of what was the connection in between your education and then how that helped you place your job, and just that whole sort of thing as well.
Yeah, so during school, their big thing is just getting people into the industry, and so they have some resources. You know, they have somebody there, Cami Smith. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Cami Smith.
And she's basically, all she's there for is reaching out to people and trying to find jobs for the people who go there. And so I talked to her a lot, and I would talk to all the people, and like they would, you know, you can go, there's tons of meetups when it comes to the games industry in Seattle, especially the indie industry. And so you can go there, make connections, follow up with people, and just reaching out. And so during school, even during my second year, I got multiple contracts for character art. One of them was for character art as well as prop and environments. And so, which both of those, so during school, I was making a couple thousand, like, every other week, you know, doing these things. And so, I can't really disclose anything more, but, you know, but yeah, and so that will.
So you're going to school, you're making about $2,000 every other week just for doing some projects.
For periods of time,
Sure.
you know. And you do what you can to build up your resume and be able to show employers that you're actually able to do something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so, anyways, before out of school, I got a job at Amazon.
Amazon Bezos!
Yeah,
Bezos hooked you up.
Yeah,
you must have smelled real nice.
Yeah, you must have smelled
That's the biggest thing about job interviews at Amazon. You really got to layer on the clothes.
Yeah,
some Dracar Noir.
Yeah, when you're face to face with Big Boy Jeff himself, you gotta wear a nice cologne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He really likes that scent.
So you had the hot tip on that.
All right.
Yeah, so
we're spreading knowledge.
Applying to Amazon, smell nice.
Bring a candle to the interview. Yeah,
or if
the
you
whole
have
thing.
a nice musk to yourself. You know,
maybe don't wear any scents and work out beforehand. You never know.
Exactly. You know, you never know depending on the recruiter.
Yeah.
They all like to smell.
Yeah.
And so what I do there is less towards the game industry and more towards it's called 3D visualization. So we basically will take reference photos of products and other things from manufacturers and bring them into a 3D space so that people are able to see their products in AR and VR view, or get dynamic renderings where they're basically able to set up the scene however they want. However, doesn't matter what lighting they want, it's all customizable. And
do you want to start pulling up some of these pictures?
Yeah,
that we have?
So we
Let's
can,
get on that.
We can pull up
so
a
like
few.
what is the benefit to Amazon to so we just pulled up one. So this is this work you've done then? This is a digital rendering, not a photo?
Yeah.
Correct?
So is there a way to make that, it's not really showing the whole photo.
I can blow it up.
Yeah. So like what is the benefit to Amazon to do that instead of just to pay someone to actually stage it? Is it cheaper for them?
It is cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah. So generally with the cost of hiring photographers and finding a studio space or a house or whatever it is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And shipping all the products in there, staging everything, taking photos, blah, 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 and then shipping everything back to the warehouses and all that stuff. It's more cost efficient to have people be able to do 3D renderings of these things, and so granted neither option is cheap, but it is cheaper, by about, I would say, anywhere from 10 to 30% depending on
all right, interesting,
depending on the product and whatever it may be. So
All right,
Yeah.
are you sure it's not any? I feel like this is the best that I'm getting.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Center back
and
up.
so there's there's like another image in there which will show off.
Yeah,
like,
we can
that
pop them all up.
like that side table thing, you know, and more of its standalone thing and yada yada yada. Oh,
So
character stuff.
So these are
this is more for games.
Yeah.
This is something that I didn't complete because
and
I
you're
got busy.
you created all of this.
Yeah, so everything's from scratch. You can kind of think of 3D as like, you know, especially when it comes to certain programs, it's basically like sculpting digital clay.
Okay.
And so
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, and so other things are more like you're basically building shapes on top of each other and stuff like that, and that's more of what I do now with the products and stuff. But when it comes to organic sculpting like this, yeah, it's basically like digital clay that you're able to like expand or.
So how much time does it take you to create something like this, and also the work you do at Amazon, I guess?
Yeah.
Kind of like when working for Amazon, how long does it take you to do a digital rendering like that lamp, and then how much time do you put into the character development in something like this?
Yeah, so with the Amazon one, that whole scene, everything is 3D, the lighting is all generated, and blah blah blah, and so things like that, it can take around anywhere, depending on how simple or complex an object is, 6 to 16 hours per object.
Wow.
Full done. And then setting up the scene and getting the shots and stuff, maybe another 8 hours.
Wow.
per
Okay.
shot.
So it's very labor intensive, which
Yeah.
is why there's a demand for it.
Yeah. And
Another point that I think, again, I didn't know until he told me, and I think our viewers don't really understand, is that you are taking stuff in real life, 3D modeling them, 3D rendering them, and putting them on the Amazon, like the shopping page, sort of. So those pictures aren't real.
Those pictures, they're not real, all
Yeah.
3D, and all of those pictures, you can find the products now on Amazon.com and purchase them. And,
Really?
And so, it's generally done for larger objects like furniture and other larger appliances because they're harder to ship and move.
So when you see a fridge on Amazon, you're not seeing a picture of the fridge, you're seeing a 3D model of it.
Not every time.
Okay.
We definitely work, the studio is only so big and so much can get done because it's kind of like an expanding industry, you know. This really only started to come around a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so but it is becoming more and more popular. You know, I've seen architecture firms that do this, or like real estate companies.
Yeah, I think
that
I was
do
reading
this.
about. I think like IKEA does it with a lot of their.
IKEA does it for almost all their products.
Yeah, they were one of the big ones to kind of like really standardize it.
Yeah, they're the ones who really started it out. Actually.
Really?
And during school, my first year, like, first month in, they're actually talking about that, and I was like, I never fucking knew. I wouldn't have the slightest clue. And I was like, yeah, I probably won't work on something like that. But, you know, I'm doing games here. You know what I mean?
So.
But here I am.
Yeah, there you
Amazon,
go. Getting the
doing
Amazon
that.
bag.
Yeah. And
So this one here we just pulled up, this frog, is
Yeah.
probably out of the limited pictures I saw before
Yeah.
Starting this, one of the most impressive ones.
Yeah, this one's
And so
really
yeah, I
cool.
guess how much time does it take you to create something like this? And did you do this just, on your own time, or was this something you were contracted to do?
So this one was on my own time. Most of the characters and props and environments that I was contracted to do is all under NDA and hasn't been released. And so,
Really?
Yeah, so a lot of that around the same quality bar, I would say, if not slightly higher. But the thing with characters is that, so this is a game-ready character, so you can implement this into one of the game engines that's popular. If people out there have heard of Unity or Unreal, those are really popular ones. Shit like Fortnite is on the Unreal Engine, blah blah blah. And so you can basically just slap this guy in there, implement it into a game.
So this could become a Fortnite character.
I mean, yeah.
Fortnite's
Okay.
game. We got everyone.
But-
everyone tweet this at Fortnite.
Everyone,
But there is a very large process when it comes to characters and games that, I mean, I don't know if I should go into that at all.
Probably we don't have a ton of time. I would say probably
Yeah.
just kind of focus on more about like your process of creating these pictures.
But something like this, I mean, it can take anywhere from 1 week bare minimum to 3 weeks to just make the high poly version of the character.
Okay.
And then another 1 to 2 weeks on top of that for textures and apologizing for getting a game ready. So a lot of characters in any game that you see or whatever it may be can take anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks to do. Yeah, that's 8 hours a day. So
yeah, that's crazy.
They're pretty. It takes a lot longer.
How many characters are in the new Super Smash Bros. Game? 70?
74.
That sounds like a lot of characters.
But there's also different character variations. So really,
they change all the colors.
Models.
Yeah.
The textures aren't hard. It's the character models that are difficult.
How many models are there?
I don't know. Probably
20,
anywhere
30?
from like 90 to 100.
Wait.
I would say of the main cast, not even counting assist trophies and all that shit. So,
How
but
can,
you know,
how can there be
Nintendo's
90
got
to
that
100
money.
models of 70 something characters?
Yes, like characters like Inkling. There's multiple variations where it's like
Oh,
different
I see what
models
you're
with
saying.
kids
I
and
see
Yeah,
what
stuff.
you're saying.
exactly. Yeah, or like with the Pokemon trainer, you have to switch
yeah,
him.
yeah,
You have to mix a
that's
Pokemon trainer
That's
and
good.
this, the Squirtle, Ivysaur,
All
Charizard.
three of them,
And
yeah.
the female version of
Exactly,
So
you gotta adjust
that
and
whole and so, bigger game studios like that have a lot of people,
A lot of
hired.
resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a big thing of the games industry and the VFX industry as well. A very big thing is that you'll have a core on, like on location team generally.
Yeah.
And I mean those people are making
Really?
stacks. You know, those are hot, top of the line people.
Oh, wow.
Like top 1% of the industry type
Oh.
people. And then you'll have a lot of
Wow.
studios that outsource, and so.
So they're just like for like kind of like remedial tasks, like here make these characters.
Not even a lot of it would just be like let's take the recent Red Dead game for instance.
Yes.
So many characters.
Really?
So much art, beautiful, super highly polished, beautiful art in that game, and it's like, I mean, so I would probably say anywhere from like 80 to 90% of the art in that game was all outsourced.
Whoa.
All
That's crazy.
out of studio, done by random companies.
Yeah.
Is
Makes sense.
that Rockstar that does those?
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
So even though they're like, I mean, I'm assuming they're about as big as you can get as a game developer.
Pretty.
They don't even have the manpower in house to
God,
handle
no.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. It'd just be way too expensive.
Sure. I see your point.
Makes sense. So the work you're doing, I guess, professionally is definitely related to this sort of work you're doing on this side, but it definitely seems like the whole sort of game development part is really the part you're more passionate about. And so I'm kind of curious, and you're making good money and you got a good job with Amazon right now, but sort of what are your next steps then to sort of progress your career into a space that you have more passion for than just rendering sofas?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's mostly just basically doing job hunting kind of things.
Yeah, just keep the networking up and build up.
And I mean, I would recommend this for anybody, even if you have like, let's say you have a solid job, at Amazon doing something, you should always be like searching like passively or actively for the next position and getting paid more benefits or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's the best way to get paid more is to get more jobs more often, and so like I have a couple of jobs, one that's
me and Peter are YouTubers, so
we understand what you're talking about.
I think
we're in the same realm.
I'm trying to put my head into kind of where you are.
Yeah.
Because we have 130 subs now, so the checks are rolling in kind of a big way.
For sure, yeah. But, so basically just continuously applying and reaching out to different companies and stuff like that. And just kind of moving on,
Yeah, that's awesome. So.
Yeah. And so, but touching on things like traditional, more, because I know a lot of people who are into art don't know much, or if anything, like nothing about the 3D industry, because it's, you know, unless you've looked into it, nobody ever talks about it.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, I didn't know about it until you got really into it.
Exactly. And so a lot of traditional stuff, you basically, the best way to go about doing it is like almost like the job application stuff for getting into the 3D industry, but more focused on like social media and building up a fan base type thing. So whereas 3D, you know, it's more, companies are willing to pay big money for people who are willing to put the time into, or go to school to research how to do all this, and then become good at it, you know. But yeah, so for all the traditional people out there, or digital 2D or anything, you know, I would highly recommend building up that fan base and all that. That's how you can make the money, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, it's really hard to find any kind of industry job when it comes to those, those areas, you know. So, and by the way, even if you are top of the line, I'm talking 0.0001%, and you do get hired as a concept artist or something like that, I'm making the same amount.
Oh shit!
Shit! You know,
you're not special.
I'm making just as much. So,
my boy Trevor on the couch.
You know, I would recommend people who are into the whole art stuff as a path or as a passion or whatever it may be, you know, to look into this kind of industry, because it's definitely a very valid option to go down as a career.
Sweet.
So, but yeah.
Well, man, this is a great natural time to stop. We're kind of right where we like to keep the time limit at. Thank you for everyone who's tuned into the kids table. We've had a lot of people going in and out. I think either because they thought this was the Emma Doherty episode,
and then
or
dipped,
because they can't stick around for the full 50 minutes, which is very common when we're doing this kind of long form sort of thing. But if you have any questions for Trevor, you can DM at the kids table. We'll put his Instagram in the description below.
We can do that, and your portfolio.
And your portfolio. We can link off to that. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of the kids table. Thanks for Trevor for being here, Peter. Good luck, Jeff.
I have one last thing to mention.
Of course.
If you're in the 2D space, Kingston porn, very big, profitable industry. If you're willing to go down that, hentai and all that shit. Big industry. Feet, people love feet apparently. You know, Jeff is into smelling, but
yeah. All right. Well, that's a good tip right there for anyone.
Perfect time for my mom to drop into the chat too. Mom, porn is good for money.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.